Okay, y'all nerds are getting out of fucking hand. Like, no, y'all nerds are getting out of fucking hand. Spotify in particular. Spotify is incorporated in a tax haven in Luxembourg. Originally, I thought that they were a Swedish company, but they're incorporated in Luxembourg because of this kind of a, oh my gosh, you gotta get into like Spotify. They are real life pirates. They're actual fucking pirates. You guys can't pay a 1.75% tax to support the French arts sector. Like, and why isn't the US fucking, like, why don't we have a Factor, like Factor Canada? Why don't we have that here? Honestly, like, okay, all this like politics and whatever the fuck, like, I pray for a group of politicians that does not have ties to Silicon Valley or anything like that to get in there and fucking regulate this shit. Because it's not fair. It's all this double dealing happening, and there's no transparency. Like, if these guys are incorporated in Luxembourg and paying probably like no taxes, you know, and even though the major labels like are invested and probably think they're like making money, whatever, like, nah. Even though the major labels are an evil in and of themselves, they're getting played. They're fucking getting played. They're getting played so fucking crazy. Their heads would spin if they actually, first off, if there were actually like some nerds that worked at the music label, like, you know, like, we don't need nerd A&Rs. We need musician A&Rs. We don't need tastemaker A&Rs. We need musician A&Rs at the indie and the major labels, you know, like, someone who has skills relevant to the creation of music. We don't need someone to, you know, be like, hey, I think this producer would sound great with that artist. Like, no, that's some hipster runoff bullshit. Like, you don't get paid to be a fucking hipster. Like, okay, so let's just gloss over the fact that the major labels are evil, and there's been a lot of fucking racism and just fucking like exploitation of artists, especially of color, going on. Let's just like put that to the back of our minds for now and just discuss this objectively. For all of the money, time, effort, and everything that American major labels or just the American entertainment sector has put into creating or financing works of art, singles, songs, albums, movies, whatever, the way these motherfuckers are devaluing all of the hard work put forth and all the money invested, like the way Spotify is lollipopping hard off of all of the fucking pillaging, discrimination, racism, fucking modern day slavery, all of masses hard work is insane. For them to be incorporated in Luxembourg, come on, please. There has to be like some crazy index funds that they're like siphoning money into and just really just like caking the fuck up off of major labels. Why haven't the major labels like got the bright idea to just fucking create their own streaming platforms? Like, damn, y'all niggas are dumb. Just proves like that in and of itself just proves how fucking brainless, useless, pointless, antiquated, stupid, dumb the existence of American major labels are now. Like, if Sony, Warner, and Universal don't just fucking combine into one big fucking conglomerate, like if the point is to really like have control over the shit, well, maybe they are combined at some point, and there's probably like some secret holding company that we don't know about. Who knows? That might be fucking true, you know? Because it is kind of strange that I was allowed to sign to Universal, have my admin at Sony. Like, that's weird, right? But if you think about entertainment and the fact that it is a big part of our gross domestic product and like really the only viable export we have as a nation, that and guns, I guess. McDonald's, I don't fucking know. Mickey Mouse, I don't know. But I mean, it's really like Britney Spears and Michael Jackson and shit like that. Like, when do you guys get the bright idea to just make your own streaming platform? Like, it's common sense. And furthermore, like, when does someone get up in fucking Congress or like in the Senate, like just somewhere and just, yeah, regulate this shit. We need Factor America. Fuck that. And in knowing that the United States is the biggest hub for entertainment export, why aren't we taxing the fuck out of Spotify? Why are we allowing them to hide behind the veneer of being a technology platform? They're not making computers and phones and tablets and devices and things that we use for our livelihoods and jobs and shit like that. No. Without people's copyrights, there would be no viable necessity for them. They're not a technology platform. They are a digital record store. And honestly, if the major labels want to like play their game and, you know, monopolize all of the playlisting and whatever the fuck else, that should, like, yeah, if they want to enslave their artist and do whatever, you know, that should leave room for independent copyright holders to set the value of their work. Spotify should not be setting the value. Yeah, they should not have the authority to determine how much money an artist's music is worth a listen. They should not have that right. So if Spotify wants to continue to do any business in the biggest business, the US, they have to abide by our rules. And our rules, fuck, we've never even set them up. You know what I mean? Like, our rules really need to be outlined clearly. So there's no double dealing, double dipping, and yeah, there essentially needs to be like tiers to the shit. So if the major labels want to whore their artists out for $15.99 a month, and the independent artist says that their song is worth fucking 50 cents a stream, then that means that users need to pay $70 a month for Spotify. And Spotify needs to be fucking audited, and there needs to be an intrinsic value set for what the salary for a CEO of a digital record store, because it's a fucking digital record store. It's not a technology platform. You know, you guys are not, like, Spotify is not Google. They're not, you guys, they're not that prolific. They're not Google. They're not Apple. They are nothing of the sort. Daniel Ek should not be a billionaire. And Spotify should not be basing its valuation based on monies accrued from other people's copyright. Like, what is the labor force worth? What do they produce? Yeah, no. The days of, like, snorting coke and taking stimulants and sitting on your ass in front of a computer being, like, you know, a reason for you to think that you're, or to be a billionaire, versus people who fight fires and, like, do real nigga shit, not being a billionaire, have to go. Like, it's completely fucking backwards. It's completely fucking backwards. Like, cops should be getting paid more than motherfucker at fucking Spotify. Please. And yes, I get it, there are bad cops, but there are also, like, good cops, because don't front. Like, if somebody fucking breaks into your house, you're calling the cops. You're gonna call the cops for help. And they do put their fucking, like, it's a dangerous fucking job. It's a dangerous job. And I say that just, like, in regards to whenever I see a black female police officer, I'm just kind of like, so many thoughts go through my mind. I'm just kind of like, you know, like, are you okay? Like, are you safe? Like, because don't get it twisted. People be coming for the cops. I'm not trying to be Blue Lives Matter. This is not a Blue Lives Matter statement. But yeah, I'm just being honest about like, the feelings that go through my body when I see a black woman in a police uniform. I'm just always like no, like, no, like, I just want someone to, like, take her to, like, Happy Land and, like, make her rich and just hide her.
Happy new moon in Sagittarius, my little babies. And remember, it's Mercury retrograde, so slow down, go within, chill the fuck out, okay? Don't let this holiday season get the best of you. But let's see what Spirit wants to. Happy full moon in Gemini, my little babies. Let's see what Spirit wants to remind us today on this beautiful, powerful night. We have the Knight of Wands. This card represents being pulled in the right direction. Happy full moon in Gemini, my little babies. Let's see what Spirit wants to remind us today on this beautiful, powerful night. We have the Knight of Wands. This card represents being pulled in the right direction.